Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be playing another game of League of Legends, a Platinum support game for patch 6.13. So let's go ahead and get back in there. So I'm probably going to keep going with Tahm Kench. I'm a little worried this popped instantly, but I'll take it. I probably shouldn't. The reason I don't like taking things instantly like that pop up, end this queue here. As I said in the last video as well, and I'll just wait 30 seconds and I'm going to queue again. It shouldn't take too long. But the reason that I don't like taking things that pop instantly like that is you're stepping into a queue where somebody has dodged before. And if somebody's dodged, that means there's a decent chance there's a troll in there or someone who is just picking something really off meta that's not a good matchup into most things. Now, there's the off chance that, you know, someone could have just, their internet could have just disconnected, or they were just having an argument with somebody from a previous game, or they just didn't like the matchup for whatever reason. But it's just a major risk, and it's not really worth the risk, I don't think. So if anyone ever dodges your game, or if you ever join and it instantly queues, I would just wait 30 seconds before you go back in. Also, even if there was no shenanigans in terms of dodges and trolling and things like that, there still could be someone who goes to the other team that was originally on your team that knows the picks and bans that your team wanted to do and who they wanted to play, what the names of the champions or what the names of the players were. So for instance, if we had someone on our team that was like, I need Ahri or I'm gonna feed, or something like that, and then we have a dodge, and then someone on our team goes over to their team and says, hey, ban Ahri because some guy on their team said he was gonna feed if you didn't get Ahri, and they ban Ahri, then the guy on our team, might rage, and I might have to dodge that game. So now, the same is true. It could happen the other way around, where we could get an informant on our team to tell us about the other team. That just adds a whole bunch of extra volatility and variables to the equation that I would just really rather not have to deal with. I'd rather just people don't know anything about the other team, that you have a low chance of getting trolls on your team, or, at least your standard run-of-the-mill chance of getting trolls on your team, and just play the game normally. So that's my advice to you, is just, if you get an instant queue, or someone dodges your game, just wait 30 seconds or so. Like, don't take it. It's just too risky. I don't particularly like Amumu at this elo. He's okay. He's not bad enough to dodge, so I'll play it. And the reason is he just doesn't have a lot of pressure early, so if any of your lanes fall behind, then it can be very challenging, and people can rage at him because he's not able to help early on, or if he does try to help early on and he does poorly and falls behind, it's really hard for him to catch up. But if he can make it in the mid-game, if he can get to his level 6, then he'll be pretty good.
Call me demon. Water forgets the names of the drowned.
And if you haven't watched any of my other videos, the reason that I like Tahm Kench more so than other supports right now in the dark, if you don't know what their matchup is, or even a lot of times if you do know what the matchup is, he saves people who are out of position. And that's what I need the most in my elo. I am Platinum 5, unfortunately, right now. I've been as high as Platinum 1 this season, and I've been as high as Platinum 1 in most prior seasons. So seasons 3 and 4, I was Platinum 1 also. Last season, I had to do some major comprehensive exams, so I wasn't able to get up there. But I've been very close to Diamond quite a lot. But unfortunately, right now, I'm still Platinum 5. So there's a chance that I'm getting ranked with Golds. I also duoed with some friends over the last couple of weeks who were low gold, and I lost some of those games. So I think it might penalize you quite a lot if you lose low games like that. I'm not quite sure how that works, but a lot of these games don't feel like Platinum games. But we'll see. I've had some pretty good games. I mean, we've got quite a few good games on the channel right now, so it's fun. Okay, I like this so far. Solution and Braum are pretty annoying. As long as he doesn't pick something like Vayne. Really like Ashe into Braum either, because Braum can block that ult. That assumes the Braum has good reaction time and knows what's happening, but still, like, Ashe is also very susceptible to a Sejuani ult. But on the flip side, I can protect Ashe pretty well. So we're not going to need MR early. So I'm going to go for the extra CDR here. And then just for my masteries, I just get pretty standard stuff. I just get the health instead of the Bond of Stone with Tahm. And the reason is Tahm scales exceptionally well with health because he gets... first of all, he's tanky, so he gets lots of resistances, so health is always good on tanky champions. But then second, he gets Grayskin based on his maximum health. And he deals damage based on his maximum health, so... I like the health. I mean, think of it this way, if you've never thought of the mastery. You get 300 health with Tahm Kench, probably around, I don't know, 15 minutes in the game? Maybe 20? I haven't quite calculated that up all the way, but you get it fairly quickly. And 300 health, even if, let's say you are 4 item, you know, if you have a locket, you have your gold item, you have your boots, tier 2, and you have one other item, like a Frozen Heart or a ZZ or just something else, whatever. You know, that's probably about 20 minutes in the game, if not later, maybe even later than that. And you're not going to have 3,000 health yet. So you're probably still only going to have, you know, somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 health. Well, that 300 health that you get off of that is 10% of 3,000 health. So that means you have 10% extra damage mitigation, pretty much. It also, don't forget, that also scales with your Grayskin, which I'm not even calculating here. Whereas if you take Bond of Stone, you're really only negating 4%. So you only have 4% extra effective health. Now, yes, you're blocking 6% from an ally that's getting redirected to you, but it's not mitigating any extra damage. You already have a lot of damage mitigation on an ally. It's called your W, where you eat them. That's 100% damage mitigation on your ally. I'm going to be greedy and get a refillable. So basically, if you get the health item, you know, once it scales up to about 15 minutes or so, you're getting over 10% extra effective health versus the 4% effective health of that other mastery. And it only gets higher. Well, actually, it doesn't get higher. That's pretty much what it caps at. But I think that's really, really good. Now, yes, you aren't going to have as much early. But, I mean, it's still pretty good. So I start with 775. I'm going to get 10 right off the bat. And then the first wave, I'm going to get 20 more. So it's 30 out of 800. So that still is a good... 830? I don't know. I can't do the math offhand. But it's at least... It's in the ballpark of 4%. Within the first few minutes, and then it's going to outscale the 4% as time goes on. So, bottom line is, I think it's better than Bond of Stone for damage mitigation, or for effective health, rather. And I don't see a lot of supports ever getting that mastery, but I think it's really good. I like it on a lot of supports. Because they nerfed Bond of Stone so much, and Grasp of the Undying. See, I'm going to get 10 right here, as soon as he kills that. Come on, kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Okay, there we go. So I got my 10 health there. And then the first wave that has the cannon minion will give me 10 more. So this is probably going to be a losing lane early on. And I've had some people ask me in past videos, well, why do you get Chomp first? You know, it's not as efficient as Tahm in lane. That's true. But the main reason that I get Chomp is to help the jungler. It's not because it's the most efficient thing in lane, it's because it gets the jungler going a lot faster. It deals a lot of damage to that first Gromp. So that's why I do that. The tongue is not very mana efficient early either. It doesn't deal a ton of damage, and you don't have any follow-up with it as Tahm Kench. So you can't really start doing a lot of effective tongue poke until you get level 4 or so. Like, I can do some there, but you see this barely scratches him. Is he? No, he's not AFK. You can go all in with Tahm Kench, but that's very dangerous until you get Grayskin at level 3 also. So your first couple levels are pretty Pretty passive. And Tahm is not the greatest unless... I mean, really you need a gank. Like, if he gets a gank, then he's fine early on. He's actually pretty good.
Now we shall recognize.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Braum just trades too hard early. Like, even if I eat him there, I'm going to lose that trade, I'm pretty sure. Braum is not the greatest at trading early. I mean, you can a little bit, but definitely not against Braum. Braum's just kind of the king of your 1 to 5 trades in most matchups. All-in trades, that is. I mean, Nami or someone like that obviously pokes more than Braum does, but... And sometimes I do Nami. Nami is one of the best pressure supports, but the problem is she's just not as safe. She doesn't bail out teammates that are out of position a lot. So I do like her. I just think that she's a lot better in places like competitive play, or maybe even as you move up in Platinum a little bit, or if you have a duo that knows what's going on and knows how to position. I just can't really count on my team knowing how to position most of the time, and that's... Tahm just bails people out so much. Okay, so not a ton going on here. They're a little bit lower. I mean, we can kind of start pressuring them. I'm about to get level 4. But I still think they'll beat us up if it's an all-in. Braum's stun, you really can't underestimate that. And his Q has such a low cooldown. I mean, you can kind of take advantage of that if he uses it, but he's just so tanky. You can't really 2v2 these guys early on in lane. We don't really need to. I think that Ashe scales better than Braum does, or than Lucian does.
All the world's a river, and
they should be playing this much more aggressively, by the way. Like, they should be up in our face, like... But this Braum is very passive. I just went ahead and ate him there just so they don't even get any more stacks on him, because I was going to have to eat her. He was going to dash forward and hit her and stun her, so... Why wait until they're about to get that stun, have her take extra damage, but I can just eat her right off the bat. So I probably shouldn't have... I mean, I lost a little bit of gold by hitting that, but I just wanted to get one extra tongue lash. So Braum's like typing, or he's like lagging or something, I think. Or he's trying to bait us. I don't know. Some weird behavior going on with Braum. Okay, so now I can start being a little more aggressive with Tongue Lash.
a true meal requires force to manifest.
Yeah, we should have Ashe buy if she can get that off. Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice if I hit the Tongue Lash there. As you can see there, it's still very dangerous. Even though Lucian's much lower, he's still chunked me half health. Oh, I don't like this. I mean, they may have just backed. No, they just backed. Okay, they don't know.
Nothing escapes hunger. How delectable. Gluttony.
Yeah, I think they know he's there. I'm really surprised they didn't make a play on him, because they backed up immediately once he was on those golems. Okay, so jungler's Sejuani. We gotta be a little careful. And Mumu did get some decent wards in there. It would have been very helpful if he put the ward on this side, though, so we could keep an eye on that red. So his ward placement is a little suboptimal there. But...
Let us eat voraciously and overindulge.
I don't know about... I mean, this is okay, I guess.
Now we shall gluttonize.
Yeah, Mumu really doesn't need to be here. Like, yeah, he's helping to push a little bit. I mean, I guess it gives him experience, but...
All creation is born, famished, and starved.
We got his ult out of him. Yeah, we need to go back. Ashe is... She might get caught here by Lucian. She should have backed in a bush. But, it's okay.
Every heart has its own hunger. From suffering, my banquet is born.
He's actually invading them a lot, which is extremely dangerous. Like, we're very lucky that they aren't...
Misery has a delectable taste.
that they aren't, like, warding anything or making a play on that Amumu. How? Oh my gosh, they should have made a play on Zillion there. They should have rotated over to Zillion. Oh, whatever.
True appetite never wanes. I will consume all. I have tastes that aren't easily pacified. Every river ends in...
Yeah, I didn't have the cooldown on my thing, so I should not have done that.
A depth of flavor is what I covet.
I guess Braum's AFK. Yeah, I flashed because I forgot that I'm rusty. Okay, I haven't played over the weekend. I was out of town, and my wife was playing at a musical event. This is my first game back, so I'm a little on the rusty side. I forgot my W was gonna take that long on cooldown, so I was a bit hasty. I did still get his flash for it, but I don't know. He wouldn't have had to flash if I didn't flash, and it's better that he wastes his flash. Because he's the mid laner and I'm the support, so maybe it's worth it. Maybe. I don't know. I'm still obviously not very happy with it.
All the world's around.
Okay, so that's something that I definitely have tried to improve on, that I've noticed just watching my own replays, is that I use my tongue too early sometimes in those long extended fights. So if you wait until you get 3 stacks with your taste, just wait a couple extra seconds on your tongue, you can get the stun. Because a lot of times my instinct is just get them to 3 stacks as fast as possible. But if your W's on cooldown anyways, then you should just wait. Just take that extra time to get one more auto attack, and then tongue them, and then they're stunned. That is 100% why Ashe lived there and why we turned that fight off. is because I actually stunned him instead of tonguing him and then auto-attacking him without the stun. I waited that extra second, and then I was able to get the stun. It's a pretty long stun. I mean, it's a second and a half, so it's pretty good. So that's something that I've noticed that I've been trying to get better with. You should always be actively looking for ways to improve. I mean, that seems pretty obvious, but, you know, go back, watch some replays, see how you do, you know, see how the games unfold. Try to figure out any ways that you could optimize your play. That's why I always ask you guys, like, what are some things? And some guy, some gentleman in one of my earlier Tahm videos, you know, was perhaps a little abrasive. He was like, my God, you suck. And I know I'm not the greatest player of all time, but I asked him if he'd elaborate a little bit. I say, okay, well, what could I do better? And he made some suggestions, some of which I can definitely implement into my own game. I mean, his main suggestion was just be more aggressive early on. And I agree, there's some matchups where I can do that. There are other ones that are a little dangerous, but it's something to definitely keep in mind. Is like, I should be trying to be more active and aggressive in lane. For sure. So I mean, that's something I think that all supports can strive to do. You just want to make sure that you know matchups and that you don't, and that you're not too aggressive. Remember with Tahm, you really don't have to take over the game early on as much as you do with some other supports. Because he has such mobility in the mid game, you still have plenty of chances to make plays once you're level 6. Oh, she took too many hits there. I meant to eat her to save a little bit, but we're taking a few too many hits. That's alright, I guess. I don't know. What does he have? He doesn't quite have his Ghost Blade yet. He's got a Reaver. We probably shouldn't be here.
True appetite never wanes.
Lead the way.
So that was... I could have maybe flashed for it, but it's so dangerous, like... Okay. Yeah, I've got to be careful. I got to be real careful here. This is like super dangerous. I feel like we should just back up. Let's just back up. Yeah, I mean, we definitely had some opportunities. There were lots of missed opportunities there, but you know what? Sometimes you just have to accept, you know, the play's dead. Oh, jeez. Dang it. Yeah, we should have just left. See, Ashe backed in such a dangerous spot right there. This feels like a game-deciding mistake there. Maybe not, but that was really, really bad. Like, why would Ashe back right there? I mean, they're obviously going to cut... Like, we don't even need to think, oh, they're going to come check Dragon, because we saw them coming on wards. Alright, what do we need here? Alright, Fiora is out of control, so we've got to get a... I'm going to go ahead and work towards the ZZ. It's a little odd.
Your turret has been destroyed.
But I want that extra split push, and they don't have a lot of auto attackers. Like Fiora is mostly a spell casting attacker. Alright. Okay, sweet. There we go. That's the makeup call. One more, baby. One more. No, he's not gonna get it. So I should just let Ashe... I should have probably eaten Ashe and just run out of there. I tried to actually just make a play with it. I got sucked into that. I need to protect Ashe, but I kind of want wards all in this place too.
Now we shall gluttonize.
Oh. She's gonna clear my pink out, that's fine. We'll go ahead and just grab this. Now I have to be careful because they could rotate down here and possibly kill me. But we'll go ahead and get that.
True appetite never wanes. From suffering, my banquet is born.
Yeah, they're all roaming there, and Fiora is very dangerous right now, so... yeah, I just want to go ahead and just try to get the ZZ going. Like I said, I mean, this is a really weird item, and, you know, because they've nerfed it, but... and you don't ever see it in pro play, or very rarely do you see it in pro play, but that's because pro players know how to split push, and they build comps that are decent at split pushing. We're losing the split push to Fiora right now, and so ZZ will help with that a little bit. No, so he kind of faked me out with that teleport. Whoa. That's fine. I knew he was going to do that. As long as I don't get hit by that CC, it's okay. It's a good bait. Now, I need to be a little careful, though. I don't want them to be able to back. At the same time, I don't want to get caught and die. So I'm just gonna... let's make sure we don't get flanked. I should be able to run him down. Not quite. Almost. Whoa! Dang it! I need to get out of here. Get out. So that was that. You gotta be careful with that again, like I've said in a previous video. When you try to eat something, even if you click right on the thing you want to eat, like Lucian did there, I didn't misclick it. What happened is, if there's something in the way between you and between your mouth and the thing you want to eat, it actually eats the other thing first, if it's eligible to be eaten. So because there was a minion in the way, then it actually ate the minion. So that's just a mechanic that I didn't really understand that well, and that I think a lot of people just very rarely talk about with Tahm Kench, is how to play around that eat mechanics. I think most people, and this is what I assumed for a while, it's like, well, I'm just bad, I just misclicked, right? But that's not the case, because I've seen it happen so many times, and I don't misclick that much. These guys, like... keep backing in unsafe places. So how the mechanic works, and it makes sense, right? Like, Tom's mouth, he can't, like, go around something, you know? Like, he can't eat over something. Jeez.
We all go and die from time to time.
So just be careful when you're eating something that there's nothing in between. And that's something I'm trying to work on, too, as Tahm Kench. I, obviously messed it up right there, but it's a good thing to keep in mind. Okay, let's just get a couple of pinks here.
Misery has a delectable taste.
What kind of dragon is it? Water dragon. I mean, whatever.
Now we shall gluttonize.
We need to be careful. Azir is top. Does Azir have teleport? He does not. No. I don't want to do it. Dang it. That stun lock was so strong. We shouldn't have even gone in there. Like, I was seriously stunned for like 5 seconds or something there. It was ridiculous. Yeah, we shouldn't have gone there. Like, I mean, Ash is right. He shouldn't have gone top. But the bottom line is, like, we knew he wasn't there. I'm not going to tell her that. Just tell her it's okay, hold on. They're both wrong. Like, he should have come down, and we shouldn't have been there. That's the answer.
I have tastes that aren't easy.
And I shouldn't have been in line. Like, I knew Braum was going to ult there, so I should have backed up so I don't get ulted by Braum.
All creation is famished and starving. Your emperor shall return. Everyone ends downriver eventually.
Alright. Yeah, so we need to stay away from Fiora.
All shall drown in my magnificence. I am appetite focused.
Yeah, so I just needed to position a little bit better there, and I could have gotten Ash out and we would have been fine if I just didn't get stunned. But I got stun locked for like 5 seconds. So I think I'm gonna get a Frozen Heart after. I think we can stay. I don't know. It's a little dangerous, but I think we can get some stuff here.
A depth of flavor is what I come. Onward.
I mean, Azir should be able to poke pretty hard. There's a chance they have this warded. I still have a pretty good chunk of health, though. Oh my gosh, is he really gonna die? Yes. Why don't people just, like... People need to just identify when a play is dead, like...
Succumb to culinary degradation.
I mean, I tried to help him identify it. I pinged back as many times as I could. Like, Amumu's out doing golems when, like, they could very easily drag right here. When if he was here, we would actually get kills. Like, what is he doing? Gosh. Do I want to flash for this? I don't think I need to. Okay, so this ZZ should help us get some towers here. Okay. Okay, so I'm just trying to look to see who's going to get assassinated that I can eat. Right there. What? Why don't we just get things? Like, if everyone would have just stayed there, we could have gotten a tower. They're all really low. Pretty aggravating, but whatever. People want to go get waves. Now he's going to get my ZZ. I feel like we should have gotten more off of that. That feels pretty pretty weak. I'm not really scared of Zillion. Maybe I should be. He seems pretty weak to me. Like, I don't feel like I need an Aegis right now.
All shall drown in my magnificence.
Alright. So we can't creep up behind. I mean, yeah, Sejuani doesn't have any AP either. The real threat is Fiora. Now both of these people are up there, like, goofing around. Make him use his little dash. Come on, get him. So I want this on Fiora. Okay, nice. Oops, okay. No, get in it. Are you guys kidding me? Oh my god. This is a huge waste. This is really bad, you guys. Look, inhibitors are better than Baron. Way better than Baron. I just want to clear that up just for the record right now. If you have a choice of getting one of those for free, you need to get the inhibitor. Especially in this situation, because you can get the inhibitor and then go get Baron. But we can't do it the other way around because the inhibitor's close to their base. Not as easily. I mean, yes, now we can walk in there with Baron, but like, bad things can happen. Inhibitor is much more valuable than Baron is. Because, like, once an inhibitor falls, that opens up the map for everything else, because then they're down a person. Means every engagement, if you do it properly, is going to be a 4v5. Because they're going to have one person stopping a lane. So, sorry about that. I think that's like my curse or something, so it'll stop here in a second. I should have turned that off. So I apologize for that, but it should stop. So it's not a huge deal. It's not the most obnoxious ring in the world, I suppose. Okay. Holy cow, will it stop? Yeah, I need to be disabling. Okay, there we go. So it's just my friend trying to calm down there. So I'll be sure to disable that. Sorry about that, guys. But this is a pretty good game, so I might post this up anyways. Oh geez, don't dive, please. Yeah, so there's really no reason to dive there. Just take the tower. Like, diving is how people, throw. So, Braum's almost up. I need to hit a couple of those just for some health. Yeah, Fio's up.
world's a river, and I'm its king.
Alright. So, anytime you can, just try to get a couple of wards up in their woods if you have a couple of seconds. Okay, so now I've got this. So now I guess I can rotate. I need to get pinks, is what I need. But now I can start rotating into getting a locket. See, we're 33 minutes in the game right now, and I only have 2,500 health, and that's after the 300 here. So that's 20, that's 300 on 22, which is huge. That's way more than 10%. We need to be careful we don't throw right here. Alright. So I just need to watch Ashe, just make sure they don't get Ashe. So I don't need to really be poking or doing anything that fancy. So, pretty good. I mean, they had a DC for a while. Well, not the greatest, but I'll still show it up. I still think we could learn some stuff out of this for sure. That was one dive that at least wasn't massively catastrophic. Fortunately for us. I mean, the Braum... Yeah, he's behind. I mean... I feel like we're going to beat up that lane anyways. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't post this one up. I think I will, though. I think I will because we got to see some examples of, like, the eat mechanic that I've talked about. How you can click on something and it won't eat what's directly in front of you. Saved a move. Some positioning. I think it was important in this game to stay away from the CC. So something like Braum, I have to be spread out more so that I can eat Ashe when they CC Ashe, because that's who they're going to go for, probably. So I know with Braum, sometimes the temptation is to build stacks on somebody else and then eat them, or to just be in the middle of the fight, just so you're doing damage, you're getting tongue lashes on people. But a lot of times it's more important to sit a little bit further back if the other team has a lot of CC, like a Sejuani ult, so that you can save people, because that's your primary role, is to save other players and peel for your AD carry. So your primary role is not initiate. You don't have very good initiation, aside from some situations with your ult. But your primary role is to save people, and you can't do that if you're CC'd. So that's why it's important to stay a little bit further back when you're facing a lot of CC and aggression. There's also a game where I played against a Leona lane, I guess a few games ago, and that's one of the reasons why I was kind of hanging back in that lane, is because we're not going to be able to go all in on Leona in that game, and also she has such heavy CC that I don't want to be caught by her CC. If they catch Ashe, that's fine, but not me. So, anyways, I think overall pretty solid game. I think we played well for the most part. We messed up a couple of eats. We got CC'd a couple of times when we shouldn't have. But I think in general we were able to direct our team to the kind of game that we wanted to play. So, I think it's pretty solid. Alright, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Remember to consider liking and subscribing. I'm still a small channel, so if you enjoy the content, it really helps out a ton if you can throw a like or a subscribe. And, if you're not quite sure yet, I have a ton of Tahm Kench videos, Nami videos, lots of support videos, and I'm going to be making more every day and posting them up with lots of in-depth analysis like what I'm doing, like what I did in this game. So, if you enjoy that, help other people find that same enjoyment, because if you subscribe, it helps the prioritization on YouTube so that people can actually find my channel and enjoy the in-depth support commentary. Because there's not much of that. Like, there's lots of junglers out there, there's lots of mid laners who make videos, but there's very few from the support perspective. And even if you don't main support, it's good to know that perspective so that if you get forced into support, if you play Phil or if support's your off role, it's good to kind of know sort of how you can carry from the support role, and that's what I try to provide you guys on this channel. And it's pretty rare. There's not a lot of it out there on YouTube, so help other people find this channel so that we can all learn from each other and become better support players, and everybody get to Challenger, ideally. So we also have other good content on this channel. If you've never checked out my channel, we're doing a Total War series for every race except for Chaos right now. We're going to do Chaos soon. We're pretty deep in a lot of those campaigns on Legendary, so lots of good commentary there. And then I'm also bringing out some educational content. So how to write a good research paper that's going to get you an A, how to write stronger introductions, stronger conclusions, how to improve your style through small adjustments to your writing. I teach English at the college level in the United States, so that's a real passion of mine, is to help people learn how to communicate more effectively and to think better on a critical level. So that's what I try to bring with this channel, is a combination of games, critical thinking about games, and then also apply that to academics and real life situations as well. Eventually I want to get into how to apply critical thinking to improve sort of how you interact socially with other people out in society. So anyways, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out the rest of the content, and I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful evening.